Once again in medieval times, technology has clashed with magic in a War of the Magi. In Final Fantasy III by Squaresoft, you'll become familiar with the plight of good, hard-working people at the hands of a frightening empire which has rediscovered the long-lost art of magic. The game begins as 3 soldiers of the Empire spot the town of Narsh from high on a cliff. The third soldier is actually a young woman named Terra, who's being controlled by the other 2 with a slave crown. The soldiers make their way to Narsh in a search of an Esper who is rumored to be in an old mine. After passing through the town and fighting some weak opponents in the streets, you reach the mine and enter. A save point is close at hand for you to save your progress. After saving the game, you approach a nearby wall and bust it down. Unfortunately, a guard is on the other side, and he calls upon the mysterious Whelk monster to defeat you. Whelk is actually a supernatural turtle look-alike with the ability to store energy in its shell. Only attack the head if you want to survive. When it disappears, heal your party members, or just wait until the head returns before giving it another 3 hits. After the battle with Whelk, you'll encounter the Esper. Espers are simply frozen creatures on the surface, but they are so mysterious there must be something more to them. This Esper zaps soldiers Wedge and Vix, saving its final attack for you. You wake up, unaware of what has just happened. You're in a cozy bed, and an old man who found you begins to explain that you are being controlled by a slave crown. Before you're able to remember anything, soldiers knock on the door, demanding to enter. The old man helps you slip out the back door, but the soldiers see you on your way to the mines again. Enter the mine quickly and save your game. Explore the mines thoroughly. The first treasure chest houses a phoenix down, while the second nearby chest contains a sleeping bag. Proceed through the mines. Uh-oh! The soldiers have caught up to you. Luckily, you escaped them through a hole in the ground, but your fall knocks you unconscious. Your dreams reveal a time when you were being trained by Emperor Gestalt to fight in machines. Meanwhile, the old man sends his good comrade Locke to the mines to assist Terra. Since Terra is unconscious, you'll need to defend her by fighting all the oncoming soldiers before they reach her. The great Moogles will step in and give you a hand, especially when you fight the leader. Attack the leader first, then defeat the Lobos. After this battle, Locke will carry poor Terra out of the mines. Terra awakes near the exit, which Locke says is a secret to most people. With the Empire behind you for the time being, enter the beginner's training house near the edge of the Narsh village. Inside, you can replenish your life fully at the recovery pot and save the game at a save point. Explore the rest of the building, then leave Narsh and set out for a quick journey to Figaro Castle in the desert. King Figaro fixated on women, and he especially likes Terra. When the king finally leaves the room, explore the castle to find treasures, item shops, and an inn. During your exploration, you will discover that Figaro and his brother Sabin's father is dying. Return to the throne room to find King Figaro, and soon the game will be interrupted by the arrival of a very majestic presence, Kefka, the loyal servant of Emperor Gestalt. Kefka is a character. His guards are at his beck and call, and they sweep the sand off his shoes. Indeed, Kefka enjoys power, as you will see later in the game. Be prepared for many more storylines and characters, and most of all, great music in the remaining adventures in Final Fantasy III. Final Fantasy III is an awesome game. The beginning is a little slow, but the plot really thickens at Figaro Castle. Final Fantasy III includes great graphics, great play control, great challenge, and endless fun. So this game is a must-have for true fans of the fantastic. You're all probably nearing the end of Final Fantasy III, so we thought you'd enjoy a blast from the past of the early adventures in the game. At one time, Kefka had arrived at Figaro Castle looking for Terra. Since Edgar doesn't hand over Terra, Kefka sets Figaro Castle on fire. Terra, Edgar, and Locke manage to escape from the Empire's attack via Chocobo. Before leaving, Edgar switches the castle into submerge mode, and before Kefka can do anything about it, the castle reels in the towers close to the main body of the castle and dives under the sand. The trio heads for the town of South Figaro, but to get there, they have to make their way through a small cave. Luckily, a recovery spring is right inside to replenish your HP to maximum levels. What is HP? HP stands for hit points, and the more you have, the longer you'll stay alive. Upon exiting the cave, travel southeast for a short distance until you reach South Figaro. There's lots to do in South Figaro. Check all the barrels and secret places to find hidden items like tonic, a recovery potion. You'll return here later in the game to tie up loose ends, but for now you should update your weapons and armor and stock up on tonic at the item shop. If you can afford it, buy 20 or more of them. The big mansion on the northern end of the town belongs to Alzer, and there's a secret passage behind the bookcase in the bedroom. Enter the secret passage to find Alzer's basement. If you don't have the money to stay at the inn, then head north from South Figaro until you reach a cabin. This is Sabin's cabin, and you can use the beds to get a good night's sleep. Sabin is Edgar's brother, and according to some guy who comes from Mount Colt, Sabin is up in the mountains meditating since his martial arts teacher has been killed. On one side of Mount Colt, you'll run into a very nasty enemy, Vargas. Vargas is the son of Sabin's martial arts instructor, and he's jealous that Sabin was chosen to succeed his dad. Vargas can be defeated with Sabin's Blitz command. You'll probably notice that Sabin looks like Guile from Street Fighter 2. Check out that wild hairdo. Don't be surprised if some of his moves remind you of Guile's. After Sabin joins your party at Mount Colt, you'll visit the Returners' hideout. The Returners are like the rebels from Star Wars. They are against the Empire. Here you'll meet Bannon, the leader of the Returners, and together you'll all hold a meeting to discuss the war. Everyone agrees that Terra's magical powers are their only hope. Terra has to make a difficult decision at this point of the game. Using her magic hurts her body, but using her magic is the only way to stop evil. Once Terra decides to join, a desperate messenger arrives with the news that the Empire has attacked South Figaro and is heading this way. It's time to make a quick escape via raft on the Leyte River. In 2 places during your wild ride, you'll be able to choose which way to go. At the first river bend, go north, and the second time, go left. The biggest problem in the Leyte River is not the water, it's what's in the water. Ultros, to be specific. Winner of Nintendo Power's Best Villain Award, Ultros is a crazy octopus who will follow you throughout much of the game and surprise you with many unexpected appearances. During the battle with Ultros, be sure to employ Bannon's health spell on every round. In all the chaos, Sabin ends up in the water and is carried away by a swift current. Will you ever see him again? Tune in next time and you'll find out.